Shaq's ex-wife, who I believe is newly remarried, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know all the ins. I don't get into people's personal things. I just hear when I hear things, and my antennas go up. So I just caught on to what's going on, right? So I'm guessing she's newly married, and she's having a whole new experience in life. But once upon a time, she was married to Shaq. And is it part of a book? Have you heard about the whole Shawnee Shaq thing?
I just heard that one section of the book
That one
people are
section.
talking about. Yeah.
Okay, so it was a book. It was part of a book.
It's
Okay,
part of, yeah.
where she's talking about her ex-husband, Shaq. So Shawnee's talking about Shaq, and she mentions, I don't think I was really in love with him. I don't think I was really in love with Shaq. It's just you were married for X amount of years, had X amount of children, benefited the lifestyle, and now, years removed, you come out and say, I don't think I was really in love. What's your take on that, man? What are you stand? Like, how does that hit you? Especially as a man.
Didn't hit me no way. When she said it, when I heard it, I was like, duh. You know what I'm saying? That's what I felt. Duh. Who you trying to play with, woman? I know you ain't. Hey, look, man. It's shocking to hear her confess to it, but
Okay.
It's not shocking to know that that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? You created a whole brand around, the basketball wives and these women who all seem to be like they were all on the same page with this. You know what I'm saying? Like, and how many of any of them women are still with the men they were with at the time they got on this show?
Probably none of them, right?
Were. Now, we can easily blame the players, but, it don't make y'all look good either. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be all connected to the same circumstances. So, for me, I look at it like this. I think Shawnee is an excellent businesswoman. I think she sized up when she had rode that wave with Shaq as far as it was going to go at a prime premium level. And then when she saw a good time to exit, he gave her an out through cheating. So that was the out. And she hopped off the train and she was able to, ride it all the way to the bank for what it was worth. And then when it's time to get off this ride, this ride ain't going nowhere further. Let me get off. I don't love you anyway. You know what I'm saying? So you gave me my out. I'm going to take my out now. This looks like a good time to do it. I think he was in Boston when they divorced or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So this wasn't prime Shaq.
He definitely wasn't Shaq when she left.
Yeah. And if he was Shaq, she'd have stayed. Because that wasn't the first time she got cheated on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. Some women stick around through cheating, whether it's loyalty or just not, whatever it is. There's multiple reasons. It could be positive reasons you stay. It could be negative reasons you stay. I don't want to get into trying to psychoanalyze why she stayed, but ultimately, it looks like you stayed because, hey, man, life is good. I knew you were doing that anyway. And then when it's over, hey, man, this is a nice time to not deal with that no more from this person.
Let me go ahead and get what I can get worth out of it. Like you said, I don't love you anyway. Cheating on me. So let me take advantage of the situation. So with that thought, is it, like you said, good business for Shawnee? Or is it shacking a fool? Like, dude, Shaq, like
both. It's both. It's shacking a fool and it's good business from Shawnee. And ultimately, a guy like Shaq is a catch. Shaq's a great catch for a woman. You know what I'm saying? He's got the personality. He's got the business. He's a former athlete, tall guy. You know what I'm saying? All of that. But as a guy, you almost have to look at it the way that as a rich man and successful man like Shaq, you almost have to look at every woman the way that every woman looks at every man, where they're out to get something from you. And if you do that and have a healthy sense, if you have a healthy sense of paranoia, you can avoid that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that he needs to be totally paranoid, but a healthy enough sense of it where you don't play yourself with this woman who really ain't never had love for you. You know what I'm saying?
And to be fair,
avoid that situation.
And to be fair, with Shaq and Shawnee, the way Shaq responded, the way he responded was, "Hey, you had every right to not love me." Like it was almost expected. Like when he responded to that whole idea, it was like to be expected.
That's him blaming himself and saying, I messed up over and over. Nah, bro, you missing what she's saying, bro. She ain't love you from the jump, my guy. It ain't got nothing to do with your behavior that led to her not like.
Hey, you know what? Matter of fact, that's a good point.
Like I messed up, but that's not it. Like,
matter of fact, that's a good point because I didn't even think about that when looking through everything and reading it. Because none of that she said she fell out of love with Shaq because he did X, Y, and Z. She said she was never in love.
Never loved you.
So that means even from the jump. That means when y'all was dating and courting, doing whatever y'all was doing, and then decided to get married and then to have children. You didn't say you never said you fell. You didn't say you fell out of love.
She knew you were a trophy, and she married this trophy. She never loved you, bro. She didn't fall out of love because you was a bad husband, bad father, whatever the blame you want to take for it. She never loved you, bro. She married you knowing I should probably marry this guy.
I gotta take this opportunity. I better take this opportunity. She had the lottery. And she, instead of giving her ticket away, she went down to the office and signed that check and got paid. She signed the back of her ticket and turned it in and got paid. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. So to me, it sounds like the two farthest spectrums of Shaq and the Fool and Shawnee Smarts. Like she just made the right decisions, made the right calls. When to get in, when to get out. Like riding the wave of the stock market or something. She got in at the right time.
Like the stock market, bro.
To got at the right time.
Yeah.
And Shaq just like dumb. Like even to this point, when I didn't even think of it like that, like the fact that how you responded, like I'm thinking like, oh, that's an honorable way for him to respond. Okay, yeah, I kind of expected it, whatever, like for her to say something like that. But she didn't say I fell out of love with him or he hurt me. And I still love him, but I can never. It was none of that.
Mm-mm. Yeah, that's it. That's why my take isn't a take like where I'm just attacking women. My take is, it's in the word. She said it very clear. I never loved you. So that's what my whole take is based off of that.
That's got to be a scary place to be, man. Like I can imagine being one of these celebrities or sports players or whatever. Like how can you get comfortable in any situation with anybody?
Yeah, that's why I say you have to have a healthy dose of paranoia. And that's how women look at us men. They don't trust none of us because they think we're out to get what they have. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And if you're a rich man, you should take on that same approach. Or if you're a guy of Shaq's caliber, you know what I'm saying? Whatever he is, if you're that type of catch, you should really have a healthy dose of paranoia, just as women do. Because just like women know we out to get what they got, and we are, there's going to be a woman that's out to get what you got as a guy of that level, that caliber man.
Yeah.
And they are going to try to get
it would almost have to be you wait until like you wait till like you're not superstar status, right? Maybe like on the cusp of superstardom, you've solidified yourself in your career path or whatever, and you're just about to break to where now you decide to get with a woman, but then get with a woman similar somewhere on your caliber to where that has to be, hey, I'm not going to, because I'm not super up just yet. So you don't know where I'm going to be. I know you're not just only with me because of the wave, because I'm not quite there yet. But then at the same time, I'm somewhere, but then I got to find somebody who matches that. That's the only way. Like that's.
Is it though, bro? I mean, come on now. We went to college, so you seen it in high school. There are people that's gonna want you for being up in high school and college.
That's what I'm saying. It's not super. Like you can't be like the top of like the cream of the crop. You got to get them right. Like bro. You're like.
Come on, let's go back to G for a second, man. I feel where you going, but let's go back on campus for a moment. The basketball players on campus, had their pick of the litter. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so
they did.
And none of them ate it.
Yeah.
Like,
not even
so
close.
It ain't about that. It's just about the appearance of up. Like, you know, and it ain't got to necessarily be up with money, but it can be, especially in today's world, attention is enough to make you up. I might not be making money off my attention, but if I'm popular, somebody gonna want to ride my wave of being on my arm because I'm popular. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know when you can feel safe in this world. Like, I don't know at what point do you say, okay, I can trust her. I don't know what the test is, but
maybe if you're down in the dumps, maybe you just got to be down in the dumps, and maybe that's the only way. You got to be completely down in the dumps. And she loved me for me.
Yeah, it might just be that, man. You know, I don't know. Where you can really feel comfortable. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that every woman's gonna be like that. You probably can find a good woman in the midst of that, but how do you assess it to figure out she is that, what you think she might be? You know what I'm saying? That's the question that needs to be answered.
Yeah. Like, I know people will clamor about LeBron and his relationship and speak about how I guess picture perfect it is, even more than the Currys. Like, they're talking about, like, you know, this is childhood sweetheart, of course, but still LeBron was super up in high school.
Exactly.
You knew he had a high trajectory. Even
let's be honest, this girl didn't get with a jabroni on the team, bro. She got with. I've been hearing about this kid since he was in middle school. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I was in high school, I heard about LeBron James. So, like, you know, she did. Hey, man, she was with the king of her high school. Let's be realistic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, the king of the area.
While he was in high school, you on the cover of magazines. You know what I'm saying? You got ESPN coming to your high school to film your games.
She couldn't have found nobody better to date in Akron than LeBron James. No, she dated the top-ranked kid in the whole area.
Top-ranked person in the whole area. Kid or not.
Yeah. Man, too. Yeah. Man and kid alone. She dated as high as you can date in Akron at the time. So, no disrespect. I'm sure she loved him, but I'm just saying, like, you know.
Hey, you would hope. You don't know. After Shawnee, like, to say it's shocking would be an overstatement. Not shocked by it, right? But at the same time, it is disheartening to be like, man, like, you can be with somebody for that many years and build with them for that long and endure some traumas along the way and still be with them, and then eventually, you know, get off the train and still wear their last name for a while, still raise children with them, and then to find out that woman, she don't love you?
Yeah.
Bro, that's thing for me, just listening to it.
Yeah. I mean, no, bro, it sucks to know he went through that, but it's the equivalent of when people get scammed on the internet. Like, he just got scammed in real life, bro. Like, I don't know.
And it still sucks.
It sucks. I don't feel bad for him, but it sucks. Like, you know,
I mean, don't get me wrong. He gonna be all right. He's Shaq. Yeah, he'll be okay. Yeah, all right. Right. But it spooks me though. It spooks me. That's the thing. Not more so Shaq. Like I said, it could be Shaq and the fool, and it's his fault. You know what I'm saying? And then also at the same time, like, maybe there's an element to it, like you said, that you just you can't escape it for them at their level. Like, it's going to be an element of they wish you for the come up. They wish you for the ride the wave because you're super up. I mean, like, unless he does something dumb crazy, he'll always be Shaq and he'll always be up. Like, there's no down for him. So, like, there's no way to really gauge it for him. But at the same time,
Go ahead, finish up. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying at the same time, he's still Shaq. Like, he's going to be all right.
I think what is disheartening for me or confusing for me in the whole equation is everybody is going to be with everybody for whatever their reasons are. You know what I'm saying? And it's okay, whatever your reason may be. Some people might like you because you're attractive. Some people might like you because you're funny. Some people might like you because you have ambition or a good career. There are different reasons for a woman to want to be with a man. But it is kind of crazy to think that he might. Shaq as a man checks a lot of boxes as far as, you know, just being successful, athletic, and rich and funny, you know. But for him to check all these boxes and her still not to love him, you know what I'm saying? Which means if she didn't love him, you almost wonder if she even liked him. You know what I'm saying? Because you can love somebody and not like them, but it's hard for me to understand being around somebody and not loving or liking. Yeah, one of the boxes got to be there. So it's like, how do you like them without eventually loving them if you spend that many years with them? That many years, like always turns to love if you stick with like for long enough. So the fact that love was never there means was like ever there. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, how do you be around this guy who checks all these boxes and you don't even eventually learn to love him? And which means you probably never liked him at no point. So like you look at these prearranged marriages in other places, right? Yeah. From my understanding of how it was explained to me, is what happens is you put people together that you know will make a good marriage, because ultimately marriage is a business. So this person has this strong suit, this person has this strong suit. They will learn to love each other eventually if you put them together, but they'll be overall a strong marriage because they balance one another. Right. So even if you looked at this from the point of view of a prearranged marriage, they learn to love each other in those. She never learned to love them. It's just weird to be around somebody that you don't
strange
like for all these years and you don't love them.
That's what's scary. That's what's scary. Is you can go through all of that life experience with somebody and you don't like them enough to eventually for you to love them or be in love with it or fall in love, and then allow yourself to fall out of love. Like I said earlier, if she would have said, I fell out of love with him because of X, Y, and Z, but to say I never loved the guy? Was never in love? What?
If she would have said, I loved him, but I got to the point where I didn't like him anymore. I would have understood that.
I can understand that. Because you can love somebody, like you said, you can love somebody and not like them. You know, I love you, but I just can't get with your ways, the way you go about doing things. I just don't like that. I love you, but I don't like the way this is happening, or this is being conducted, or this is how you present yourself, or these are the things you engage in and do.
That lets me know she has like a psychotic level of discipline to be able to tough it out throughout all of that under these circumstances and not like them, not love them, hey man, we just getting by. Hey man, she got like a Kobe Bryant level of discipline, man. Like you got to be careful with this woman.
Mamba mentality.
She had Mamba mentality, bro.
All them years around Kobe, she picked it up.
Bro, easy work, man. And she grinded it out. Like, shout out to Shawnee O'Neal, man. Man.
She did it. She killed the game.
You killed the game, man. You are high level when it comes to women of that ilk. Like, whew.
Hey, so women, take note. Shawnee, that's salty.
Shawnee's the bar. If y'all want to come up, man, and that's how you scale a man.
She wrote the blueprint. She wrote the blueprint.